Well, hello. Are you ready to join me for my first long drive? It's about a 6 hour drive, 5.5 hours, to St. Louis, Missouri. So come along with me and see what you think. I'll try to just keep the key points in the video. So, as you can see, we have a 5.5 hour drive to St. Louis, Missouri. We're going to the airport there, and we're leaving from Lexington, Kentucky. And let's see how we do. Right now, it shows one stop in Indiana. Typically, when I made this drive with my older car, I had 3 stops. So this is a significant improvement. Plus, this particular stop shows 10 minutes. Anyway, let's see how we do. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. For this part of the drive, I'm going to leave on my TesLab app so you can kind of see how it's looking as far as efficiency. I've noticed in local driving around town, the efficiency is outstanding, just outstanding. By the way, this is a school zone. The lights were blinking 35 miles an hour. The car did not see that, or didn't change to that at least. So anyway, I have done that. So anyway, this is the TesLab app. You could watch. It's not yet updated. It says here crunching the numbers, so not quite ready. So here we go. Hey, just a reminder for you guys, this is a 2025 Tesla Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive. So just so you know, so it's finished crunching the numbers. And of course, it's a little bit deceiving, but here as I just begin my trip, you could see that I'm at very efficient 120%, shows 316 miles left. Battery shows 73% state of charge. So there's a pretty good idea for you what's going on and where we are. And now it's taking a drop at 280. So this will happen. I'm going to be making a left turn up here. It'll be a while before I get onto the interstate highway. So we'll make a left turn. And let me just show you this. One of the pet peeves I have, the car always gets in the far left lane, always gets into whatever left lane it can. Well, it is not doing that here. This is one of the very, very few times it is not. So again, I'm going to make a left here, and there's the directional signal. And so we're all set. My one charging stop will be at Hauptstadt, Indiana. Right here it is on the map. One of the newer things that's kind of neat is you see I press there, and it shows me, here's the charger, shows me a picture of it. And it tells me what some of the nearby items are: McDonald's, Arby's, there's a pub, peak hours, etc. So we're getting more and more information constantly on Tesla. And of course, it's so nice to be able to download and get all these great updates. I'm going to make a right turn in just under a mile. The car was in the left lane and very nicely has gotten into the right lane to prepare for that turn. This is just a state road that we're on right now. Before we make this right turn, as you can see, I think I mentioned to you once, I'm probably going to mention a couple times how very, very efficient the car has been around town, hoping that the same thing happens. Speed limit just changed. The car just slowed down. It's going to change again up here to 35. So we'll see how it does here. We're at a traffic light. That truck decided to go through the light. Anyway, so all set here as we get ready to make our right turn. Just talking about the buttons on the wheel. There's no stalks anymore, as you probably know, on this particular model. Not having a directional signal, I've gotten used to, but I really don't like. Let me tell you why. If the wheel, if you have your hands on the wheel, if you're making a turn and you want to put on a directional signal for the next turn, it's not easy. It's actually quite difficult to do, and so it's hard to be making a turn, doing something else, and put the directional signals on. This stalk here, I don't miss at all, which would put it into drive, park, reverse, etc. But I would say the directional signals is a bit of a problem. But I'm getting used to it, so on one of my future drives, I'll report on it again. Uh, Really nice right turn here. I spend probably 90% of my time plus allowing FSD to work versus driving myself. I keep my hands close to the wheel. I keep my right foot is very close to both pedals, and I stay vigilant as far as what I watch. But it makes my drive so much more comfortable doing this. I am approaching in just under 5 miles my turn onto Interstate 64 heading west. A couple things here, as you can see, it's still pretty efficient, but we'll see how efficient it is at higher speeds. Um, my average right now is 40 miles an hour when you include all the traffic lights, city driving, slowing down, etc. Uh, that's not unexpected. The exterior temperature 51 degrees. So far, I've been driving 22 minutes. I've driven 14.7 miles and used 13 miles of range, which gives you that percentage right there. Going pretty good right now here with the local driving, which is really nice. The weather as I head west is expected to improve, where these overcast skies will become sunny and clear, and that would hopefully make a difference. So we will see. Right now, it says I have 282 real world miles left. Let me see what the Tesla app shows. Tesla app shows 291 based on the last 100 miles. On the last 10, 271. So that gives you a little bit of an idea. They're kind of all close to each other here. I've been using Tesla Lab for a number of years now. It's just a great app. It gives you so much information and so much you can do. Let's get ready. We're just under 3 miles from our turn, and I'll be back to you when I get to our turn. Here we come now up on a little bit of congestion. The car, remember I mentioned we have to make a left turn. So we have just gotten into the left lane for this upcoming turn. Right now we're entering the town of Frankfort, Kentucky, which is the capital of the state of Kentucky. All right, we're going to get in the left turn lane here and enter our westbound interstate driving. And here we go. There's 2 left lanes, 2 turn lanes, and I got behind the truck. This is really interesting. This car always gets in the furthest left lane, and on this drive, the 2 chances it's had, it has not. So that's a fairly dramatic change. Now, did it get in this lane because there were more cars in the further left lane? I don't know. But let's see what happens when we make this. Because the other thing the car typically does, at least around town on state roads, is it inevitably gets immediately into the left lane on the highway. So let's see if that's what it does here too. All right, we're about ready to make this left turn. Both turn lanes are full behind me. So let's see how we merge here and if it goes smoothly. So here we go. The lane that we're in will end and have to merge left. And we're not really speeding up, but we have plenty of room. The signal is on. We've merged to the left. So far, so good. And here we come on to the interstate. Speed limit 70. There are actually no cars coming up on us, so we should be able to get in quick. and I'm guessing I'm going to go right to the furthest left lane. There we go. We passed this truck, and the right turn signal is already on to get back. Awesome. So there we go. We got on, we merged. Everything went perfect. It's exactly as I would have driven. So I'm really pleased right now getting on Interstate 64. All right, I've been driving 36 minutes now. You can see that this has come down just a little bit, nothing dramatic. I do want to mention that the projection when I left is that we would arrive at the charger at 22% state of charge. So we'll see how accurate that is as we continue to go. I've only gone so far a little over 26 miles, used 26 miles, which of course makes great sense when you see that. I charged to 75% at home before I left, so I didn't charge way high. I charge every night at around 75%. I leave the charger in. I think I'm doing everything in order to extend the battery life and to keep the battery at its best. I don't know if what I'm doing is right because I saw so many videos, but hopefully it is. So we just a quick update here. We've now gone 31 miles. You can see this is staying stable, which is a pleasant surprise to me. I thought it would come down just a bit. The highway is now 3 lanes, though I think it changes again to 2. But anyway, it's 3 lanes. I can see we've been driving 42 minutes. As I said, we've driven 31 miles. We've used 31 miles. So let's take a peek here. And this is the highest watt hours I've seen on this car of 238. Over 100 miles, you can see it's still at 200. At 200 miles, 195. So we're clearly, this says that we have used 24, we are averaging 24 watt hours more than what the car is rated for over the last 10 miles. So I'll just keep it on 100 here, but you can see there's a lot more orange and a lot less green here. So this says I have 231 miles of range left. This says 228, very similar. And this says 248 or 202 based on the last 10 miles. So fairly consistent. I have taken over driving. So let me tell you what happened is about a mile back, the speed limit changed to 55 for this construction, which narrows the lanes, forces trucks over into the left lane. The car did not see the 2 55-mile-an-hour speed limit signs, which is really odd because they're very prominent as far as in the road and the warnings coming up. So I thought that was pretty odd. And then, of course, the car kept trying to get over into the left lane and do 70 miles an hour. So I just intervened, ended FSD for this part of the trip. And so that is an intervention. Let's see what happens. Here's another 55-mile-an-hour speed limit sign over here. Let's see if the car sees it. It did not. So the car, for some reason, either isn't seeing it or there's something I'm missing. All right, an update time for you. You see, we're still doing pretty good here, pretty much right on target, and now averaging 55 miles an hour. I believe the speed limit's about to change, so that's why I brought you back. Let's see if the car sees the speed limit signs. I've been driving just over an hour, and so I've driven 58 miles, and I've used 59 miles, so pretty much right on. Let's see here. The car did see the 65 mile per hour speed limit, so this is good news. It's slowing down slowly. I've noticed for all the speed limit signs that the car itself doesn't really slow down when the speed reduces. I have to manually do it. So for instance, where it had come down to 55, I was still doing 70, even though it showed 55. So I'll have to look at my settings. Maybe it's the way I have my settings. I'm not sure. All right, the speed limit has just changed to 45. The car did not. So there were two prominent 45-mile-an-hour speed limit signs, and we still are showing 55. So I'm not sure what all this is about with the speed limit signs. Here we go now, it's back up to 55 in the middle of the construction. I don't understand that either, but, and here is the end of road work. Back again, we have been at the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, which improved our efficiency on the drive. We continue to head west towards St. Louis. Louisville coming up here on the left. On the right will be the Ohio River. We're about 8 miles from the Indiana border, actually 6 miles from the Indiana border. So we'll be coming up to a series of bridges. And let's see how we maneuver through Louisville. There's really not a whole lot since it's a straight shot we're going to take. Over on the left is the city of Louisville. Stadium is here right on the left. Ohio River, if you can see any of these bridges here, would be crossing over to the Indiana side. This is where Interstate 64 is crossing with 65, which goes north-south. So everything kind of comes together here. There's Louisville right in front of you. There is the KFC Yum Center right over here. The Ohio River, I'm not sure if you could see it, is right there. We're getting into the center lane. By the way, I've been driving about an hour and 20 minutes. We've done 73 miles. We've used 71 miles, so this is pretty efficient. Let me see what it shows. Our arrival still shows at 22%. The battery is now being preconditioned, and as most of you know, preconditioning battery does use energy, so we'll see if that has any impact. So I want to go straight here. Anyway, I don't know why I'm getting over into the exit only lane, unless it's just to let this car pass me. I think that's odd. Here's the Ohio River. So the lane I'm in actually is an exit only, and I really need to get over, and here we go. Okay, we're crossing over this bridge, and that will get us into Indiana. We're gonna make one more lane change here, passing the Cougars shuttle. We are heading towards Evansville, Indiana. It says the speed limit's 40. Now I'm doing 64. I'm gonna intervene here. I don't quite know why. I don't know. I haven't seen that speed limit sign. I am gonna get into this lane. I'm going to follow this truck for a bit. I don't know if the speed limit was really 40. I did not see a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit sign, by the way. End of road work. I am about to turn FSD back on. That's the second time I've intervened in the first 80 miles. Both times were due to something with the speed limit. So here it says 55. Let's see if the car sees 55. It did see 55. though it's got me at 70 max. Let's see how fast we react here. It's 70-mile-an-hour speed limit, and the car did not see 70 miles an hour, and it's still at 55. Let's have an update. Let's see, so far I've almost 2 hours of driving, just under 2 hours. 111 miles I have driven, used 115 miles of energy, and of course that's very consistent with that. I have 149 real world miles left, and I have about 65 miles to my destination charger, or not destination charger, to my charger stop coming up. So that says 147 miles. If I tap here, it says 150 miles, so pretty consistent. Let's look here. So this says based on the last 100 miles, I have 148 or 147 left. Based on the last 10, I have 133, and based on the last 200, 160. So you kind of take your pick. This part of drive has been rather hilly, a little bit boring. There has been absolutely nothing to see. There's no sights at all, but it's very green. So I assume there's been a lot of rain here, a lot of moisture. Weather is getting actually clouding up a bit after having a number of miles with nice clear blue skies. That is gone. And so we should be in, again, we're still preconditioning, which is kind of interesting. It's been a long time preconditioning, even though I've been driving a while. And if I look here, I think battery conditioning so far has used almost a full percent of the battery. So yeah, 0.7%. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes of driving, 135 miles driven, 141 miles of energy used, 120 miles of range left, and I have 41 miles to my destination. Says I'll arrive with 22%, so that's been really nice and consistent. This would say I have 123 miles left. This would say I have, based on the last 100 miles, 122, really consistent. Based on the last 10, 117. Based on 200, 127. So all kind of in the same range, and of course we like that, don't we? And so let's go back to this. You can see it shows us at 96%. Let me go to this. It's been a rather hilly experience that I've been having here on I-64. Nothing huge, just kind of up and down. And this was, again, this is based on the last 100 miles. The last 10 miles, you could also see same thing. So everything is still going really well. Santa Claus, Indiana, half-mile to the exit. So anyway, everything is going pretty good right here. We are closing in on Evansville. All right, we're about a half mile from our exit. It's right up here. We'll be getting off at exit 25A, which is not this one, but the one right beyond it. You can see our efficiency dropped again a little bit. I'm not quite sure why, because the road was rather flat there, but there must have been some other reason. Could be because the air conditioner is working a little bit more now. So here's our exit.
Now take exit 25A on the right.
Nice, smooth change over to the right lane here. Brought our speed down to 35 miles an hour. See a truck coming. This would say we have about a half mile and it's on the right hand side. I think I may have been at this stop before, though I am not positive. But we'll find out.
1,000 feet, turn right onto Ruffian Way.
So we're getting in the right lane to make our turn. Oh, I see the Chargers. They're right there at that gas. Mach 1. Charger, I've already given you all the stats for this part of the drive. All right, this was a rather short stop. So here we go. I will see if FSD will take us out of here. Next stop will be St. Louis. I think I'll stop at a Charger there, just so I have some range while I'm physically in that area. So here we go, making our left. I'm going to make another left turn up here. Let's see. I am in the, I wonder why, oh, here we go. So I'm going to make a left turn here across a rather, okay, it looks like a busy highway, I'm not positive. Traffic coming on the left. There's after this SUV here, I am okay on the left. And on the right side, there are some cars coming. So let's see how we do. We're sitting out here, which is perfect. And we should be able to go now, actually. And we do. That was nice. It waited perfectly. So I am going to get back onto Interstate 64, heading west to St. Louis. Looks like I'll arrive with 18%. Merged, perfect, got on the interstate perfect. There were 0 interventions from me. FSD took me from the Charger onto the interstate, so this is perfect. I don't know if you see that plane up there making that wild left turn, now a right turn. Wow. Well, we're closing into Illinois, and we're down to 1 lane here due to construction. So I thought I would show you that for some reason, my efficiency compared to the first leg of the trip where it was 95 is not good at all at 85. It had gotten down as low as 83. Now it's very efficient because I'm only doing 50 miles an hour. So anyway, we are, as I mentioned, just about into Illinois. And I'll put FSD back on and let it follow this truck. It shows the speed limit properly at 45. And I see the Illinois sign straight ahead, slightly to the right. Welcome to Illinois. It's funny, the speed limit shows at 45 and this is already... So I got the red steering wheel as I was going through some construction, and it just told me to take over immediately. It must be the equivalent to the blue screen of death, I guess, on the computer. Anyway, so I'll see in a second, but it wouldn't let me get back into FSD. I don't know why it happened. But let's try and see what happens here. There we go. So we're back. So it said it was a system error. I don't, again, I don't know quite what had happened. But anyway, we are back and all seems to be just fine. By the way, since we're back, I'll give you an update. 88% efficient, averaging 66 miles an hour. Almost 40 minutes driving, 42 miles that we've driven, 49 miles used. So again, this particular leg, for some weird reason, is not close to as efficient as the first leg was early this morning. I will mention that I continue to see it's this strange thing where the car sometimes misses the speed limit signs and doesn't see it, or whatever that happens to be. Or when it does and the speed limit goes from 70 to 55, car doesn't care. It just kind of keeps going whatever it was doing, even though there's no traffic whatsoever around me. I mean, I understand if it's trying to keep with the flow of traffic before it begins to slow down. So I see those two things happening. Well, let me see what happens here. I think the speed limit is going to change. So I'm still on Interstate 64. It's merging here with I-57, which does go to Chicago apparently, as well as Memphis, Tennessee. So I am doing pretty good here, merging. I'm getting into the left lane. This is great. I notice whenever there's a vehicle pulled over to the right side of the road, the car goes around it. And it just did, as you saw there. So here I come, and this says the left lane is closed in 1.7 miles. So I've merged on 57 and 64 here, I guess, are together. Let's see how we do here. Okay, the speed limit is changing to 55 from 65, and the car saw it and didn't do a thing. I'm still doing 73, 72. I'm slowing down, I believe, only because of the car in front of me. And anybody that's driving this way right now, west of Interstate 57 and 64 where they cross, the road is horrible. It's one lane for quite a while because of construction, and now the road is all torn up here beyond the construction. And I just saw a sign that said construction 2 miles. So just a heads up to you that it could be a little bit difficult driving in this area. So let's take a look and see where we are here. Looks like about 35 miles, or well, 43 to the border with Missouri. You can see I'm in the middle of farmland here. It's 71 degrees outside. I have 55 miles to my destination. At the airport, Tesla stats say I'm doing 220 watt hours per mile over the last 100 miles, have 110 miles of range left. At the last 10 miles, 102 left. At the last 200 miles, 105 left. Wow, all around the same. Isn't that good? Watt hours up a little bit at 229 at the 200 mile range. Looking at my Tesla Lab app, that would say my efficiency is at 94%. 106 miles of range left. Been driving 1 hour and 40 minutes. 112 miles I've driven using 120. I'm approaching St. Louis, just over 10 miles to go to the border. The road is still not good, as you could probably see. It's kind of torn up a bit. Looks like there's some clouds ahead of us. It is 72 degrees, 10-mile mark to the border. Actually, it's just under 10. And I'll let you stay with me as we get over to the other side. The car is quiet, by the way. I will mention to you that I did notice on the drive how quiet the car is compared to the 2020 Model 3 I had. There's the arch straight ahead, if you could see it. So I am switching to I-70 into St. Louis. I am not a frequent traveler going to St. Louis, so Whatever the navigation tells me is what I'm going to do. I am 1.2 miles from the border. Airport 15 minutes it says. And we are crossing the Mississippi River. Bridge actually looks new. The road not so much, but the bridge does. The arch is directly to my left, and we are in St. Louis, Missouri. Currently have 18% left. So the nice part is it looks like because I'm going to the airport, it's allowing me to bypass St. Louis. I am in Brentwood, Missouri. I'm charging here, so let's wrap up. I did the last 200 miles was 222 watt hours per mile, 212 for the last 100 miles, and 189 for well, you could see that I was driving relatively slow for the last 10 miles. So we did, I have 49 miles of range left. So we just did 176 miles of distance. I used 187 miles of range. Took me 2.5 hours. Currently charging. And everything else looks just fine. The car has been preconditioned. Right now it's charging at 240 kilowatts. Of course, that'll go down as it charges. I'm not used to seeing those speeds either on the car as it charges. So this is good. The drive has been fine. I'll summarize for you with some things that went really, really well, some things that still need just a little bit of attention. And by the way, these chargers here in Brentwood are behind a Target store. I don't know what other stores are in the shopping center, but it's actually behind, because you can see a dumpster right over there. These are 250 kilowatt chargers, obviously, as I was getting 240. So this will be a relatively quick charge. I'll go to the airport. Thank you so much, everybody, for following along with me. Well, there was the drive. I think it went fine. There were a few items that came up. The ability to read the speed limit signs. Sometimes getting in the lane that I didn't want to get into, but that was not a big deal. My speed limit, I fixed it. It was my fault. So it turns out that the way I had the settings, the car kind of just would go with the flow of traffic. I've fixed it, and I am very happy. So I now am at the point where I stay vigilant. I keep my hands close to the wheel, my feet close to the pedals, but I actually get to enjoy my drives a whole lot more now. So this just gets better and better and better.